Superman and his ragtag band of allies are now prisoners of Warworld, but what dark and world-shattering secrets may they uncover? Well, let's hop into the pages of Action Comics number 1039 and find out together, shall we? So then, as we join the newest issue, an undeterminate amount of time has passed since Superman and his allies have been imprisoned by Mongol. During that time, Clark has taken to keeping a journal, because, well, he is a journalist by trade, and once a writer, always a writer. Superman is having a very hard time fighting in the Warworld Coliseum, not just because he has been greatly weakened by red sun radiation, but also because the always moral and upstanding Man of Tomorrow refuses to kill his opponents, which means he's not actually earning any more links to his chain. Hell, on a planet whose entire ideology is based around eye for an eye, Superman's not only not earning friends amongst the guards who are keeping him in chains, but also amongst his own people as well. Hell, Mac the OMAC has taken to killing the Warzoons very easily, and it makes sense. They're upset. They only decided to go along with Superman in this mission because Light Ray did. Now Light Ray is dead and Mac has nothing else going for them. Likewise, Natasha Irons is becoming quite the gladiator too, not because she loves the thrill of combat or anything, but only because she wants to earn the favor and get closer to Warworld's own armorer. And I mean, it makes sense. They're both forgers and craft persons by trade, so if Natasha's able to get her way inside the forge, she can make her own people better weapons and armor and help assist them in escaping. Now, when Superman goes back to his cell to nurse his wounds, we see he's not alone. There's an older Phaelosian man there who strikes up a conversation with him, like all the other lost tribesmen of Krypton. This guy doesn't exactly know what to make of Superman. He says that all that great power he had on Earth isn't serving him well here in the arena. He's not fighting to win. Hell, he's not even fighting like he's been in a real fight in forever. Heck, he doesn't even block. That's why he's hurt right now, when honestly all the other gladiators find it quite disrespectful how Superman's carrying himself. They don't kill because they want to, they kill because they want to live. Eventually, all the prisoners are roused from their cells for a very important blood priest ritual. Apparently, someone by the name of the Old Crow is dying. Superman and all the other gladiator slaves are marched deep underground, and Clark opines on all the other different stories he's heard about Warworld's origin and how he's pretty sure now they were all wrong. Warworld used to be a planet once upon a time, but every race that the Mongols have captured and enslaved have built upon it in their own way with their own technology. Deep underground, there's actual ancient flora and fauna that even the likes of Superman have never actually seen before, and it's also here that the Warzoons have their own version of a funeral. Only they don't honor the dead in the same way you or I do. Instead, they celebrate the destruction of yet another race, in this case, the Old Crow. The Blood Priest tell tales of Mongol's greatness, yet another victory, yet another person who will be a servant to the Warzoons in death, while all the other races fear and mourn knowing that they could very well be next. Naturally, this practice affects Superman very deeply, as he knows exactly what it's like to be near the last of your own race. It's why he came to Warworld in the first place, to make sure the Phaelosians don't suffer the same fate. It's here too, in the depths of Warworld, Superman ends up making one hell of a realization. The strange runes and markings that the Blood Priests are reading are the very same ones written upon that strange fragment that broke off from the source wall and fell to Earth, basically the inciting incident for this whole Warworld saga. Here's the thing though, the Blood Priests are reading it wrong, side to side, when it's meant to be read up and down, meaning that they don't actually know what amazing power they're probably sitting on, and that this all just exists to once again fuel more Mongol propaganda. And seeing as Clark is probably going to be stuck here for the foreseeable future, he should probably make it his mission to try and decipher some of these runes. Maybe there's a secret hidden in there that could help them all escape. But if he wants to do that, he's going to have to survive in the arena. Thankfully, Natasha has decided to forge him a little help, his own little House of L symbol, as well as a weapon that he can carry, but to use that, he's going to need a teacher. Luckily, the old veteran Phaelosian, whose name is revealed to be Krill Ux, agrees to teach the Man of Steel to fight with steel in hand. Now, what about the Midnighter? He got quite upset at the end of the previous issue when Superman refused to escape with him. Well, it seems that he's been running around the surface of Warworld putting together his own little guerrilla army of disaffected aliens. Midnighter's not just killing mindlessly though, he's after something, and something quite important. As the comic comes to a close, we see that Apollo, Midnighter's lover, is very much still alive. Mongol and the Warzoons having turned him into one giant power source for their red sun reactors. And if they ever hope to escape escape Warworld, Midnighter and his brand new army are going to have to spring Apollo. And so that was Action Comics number 1039, everybody, and once again, I really like what Philip Kennedy Johnson is doing here in this story. Yes, it's reminiscent of Gladiator and World War Hulk superficially, but I think on a deeper level, this story actually manages to draw on a lot of great inspiration from famous prison escape movies, too. I like that Superman and his people are being forced to take in their surroundings, study, and learn everything they can before they eventually end up leading their escape. I like that everyone actually has something important to do. They're all working towards escape in their own way. I really love all this new lore and history to Warworld, which I always thought was a super cool concept in DC Comics that was only ever really used as a Death Star. Hell, they're even telling an interesting story about Superman's own superhero ideology and morality being tested at every single turn. Overall, I'd give this one another strong 8 out of 10. The Warworld Saga might not be the comic I reach for first every week, but it is ending up becoming one of the most consistently enjoyable ones I pick up every week, which has to mean something.
Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.